Remember Boris Johnson saying he had an oven-ready Brexit deal? Well, now he wants to change some of the ingredients, breaking international law in the process. Back in January, the Prime Minister signed the Withdrawal Agreement, the deal for the UK to leave the EU. But now Boris Johnson is asking MPs to back new plans to override part of that deal in what's called the Internal Market Bill. It might sound a little dull, but what's in it has angered the EU so much that it's threatening legal action against the UK. So what's in the Internal Market Bill? Basically, it's about how the different parts of the UK trades goods with each other. So what's that got to do with the EU? When the Brexit transition period ends at the end of this year, all parts of the UK will no longer be bound together by the EU's laws. This means that different parts of the UK could make their own laws in certain areas, which could create an issue if a business in one part of the UK tries to sell goods and services to another part with different rules. The Internal Market Bill aims to remove these barriers of trade between the different parts of the UK, making sure that any goods or services which can be sold in one part of the UK can also be sold in another part of the UK. The devolved administrations in Scotland and Wales aren't happy about this because they may have to accept goods from other parts of the UK as decided by the government in Westminster, even if they set different standards. So why is the EU not happy about the bill? Well, it comes down to Northern Ireland, and here's why. The withdrawal agreement Boris Johnson signed in January contains something called the Northern Ireland Protocol. That aimed to avoid a so-called hard border returning between Northern Ireland in the UK and the Republic of Ireland in the EU after Brexit. One of the ideas to solve this was to keep Northern Ireland in the EU single market for goods, unlike the rest of the UK. That means Northern Ireland will have to stick to some EU rules so that goods can move freely into the Republic. However, the Internal Market Bill would give UK government ministers the right to overrule or ignore parts of the protocol. One of these areas says the UK has to follow the EU's rules on state aid. That's the financial support businesses get from government when it comes to goods in Northern Ireland. The Internal Market Bill would give ministers the power to decide what that means without having to look at European law. Why is this such a big deal? Well, the Northern Ireland Protocol is an international treaty, and part of the agreement says anything in it takes legal precedence over anything in UK law. So the Internal Market Bill, if it's passed, would break international law, which the Northern Ireland Secretary recently admitted in the Commons.
This does break international law in a very specific and limited way.
Every living former Prime Minister has expressed concerns about the bill, while others say it would damage the UK's reputation as being a country that can be trusted to respecting international laws. Even big US political figures have got involved.
If you do harm to the Good Friday Accords, do not count on any bilateral US-UK trade agreement.
The EU has threatened to walk away from its talks with the UK on a trade deal. If that happens, the UK is heading for a no-deal Brexit at the end of the year. But Boris Johnson says the Internal Market Bill is only a safety net in case there's no deal with the EU. Some Conservative MPs are unhappy with the Prime Minister over the bill, and in an effort to stop them voting against it, the PM has now promised MPs would be given a vote before he could use the powers in it that would break international law. But the bill still has to go through the House of Lords, and the EU want parts of the bill which override the Brexit deal on Northern Ireland taken out altogether. Otherwise, the EU could take the UK government to court.